A Tory MP wants to introduce a bill that could strip Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's titles in the wake of the royal race row which erupted after Omid Scobie's book Endgame was released earlier this week. Conservative MP Bob Seeley is calling on the Parliament for urgent action after the poisonously insidious use of race to smear the royal family, and proposes to revive First World War laws that could pave the way to making the couple plain Mr and Mrs Sussex, the Mail reports. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have not made any comment regarding the book, which unleashed a series of scathing attacks and bombshell claims against the royal family. Hours after hitting the shelves, the Dutch version of the book had to be taken off the shelves due to a translation error as it named the two royals who have allegedly raised concerns over Harry and Meghan's son, Prince Archie's skin color. Meanwhile, a meeting is said to be taking place next week between King Charles and Prince William on the topic, with the Prince of Wales said to be demanding action is taken, as Buckingham Palace is reportedly still considering all options and taking legal advice on how it should respond. Elsewhere, Hugh Grosvenor, the Duke of Westminster, and one of Harry and William's closest friends and godfather to Archie has decided not to invite Harry and Meghan to his wedding to avoid royal drama in yet another blow for Team Sussex. This is a live blog is now closed. Read coverage below. Click here to join our WhatsApp community to be the first to receive news about the royal family. 5 hours ago 22:31 Christopher Sharp Class vs Brass. Omid Scobie's Endgame won't damage full of grace Princess Kate. Omid Scobie's Endgame won't damage Princess Kate in the slightest because Shush is full of grace whereas Team Sussex is full of hate, a royal expert has claimed. Broadcaster and former royal editor Camilla Tominey said the mystique that surrounds Kate, unlike Meghan Markle, means no attack will stick, because all anyone sees of the princess is her public service. She branded Endgame Scobie's second hagiography of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and stressed that oversharing has done nothing for the royals. She wrote in The Telegraph, both the King and Diana, the late Princess of Wales, bitterly regretted pouring their hearts out on prime time. Harry and Meghan have been forced to row back on some of the more outrageous claims they made in their Oprah Winfrey interview, which has since become a parody of itself. Their repeated outpourings have only served to diminish them in the eyes of a cringing global public. The expert went on to add that the reason the Princess of Wales is so popular is because she is not a brash blabbermouth. She explained, like the late Queen, Kate is a reluctant royal. She's an introvert. She's a conflict avoider. She keeps calm and carries on. She's very English, which perhaps goes a long way to explaining why she didn't get on with an uninhibited, overconfident American. 5 hours ago 21:59 Christopher Sharp King Charles refusing to disown Prince Harry and still thinks he can fix relationship. King Charles is refusing to disown Prince Harry over the royal race row, and believes he can still mend their fractured relationship. He is broken-hearted by the latest claims to rock the family, but has vowed never to bow to pressure to cast him adrift. A close confidant, who has known the royal family for 6 decades, told the Sunday Express that His Majesty will never give up on Harry, his wife Meghan and their 2 young children. The source said, he doesn't want to lose contact completely with Harry, because as a parent and grandparent his heart remains committed to them. But the king has been deeply hurt after 2 senior royals were named in the Dutch-language edition of Omid Scobie's book Endgame. This version has since been withdrawn. It has deepened the animosity with his son, but he feels parenting rather than punishment is the best way to build bridges. The insider said, it is a tricky time for Charles, but his overriding decision is that he will not completely cut off the Sussexes. Allegations in the book, whether or not endorsed by Harry and Meghan, are troubling for the image of the palace, but, frankly, Charles doesn't want to go silent with Harry. They may communicate very little, but a lifeline remains. 6 hours ago 21:02 Christopher Sharp Kings surprised Harry by forking out seven-figure sum to help other royal, but not him. Prince Harry was allegedly surprised with his father, King Charles, after he chose to splash out £3 million on Prince Andrew's security after he cut him off from all financial aid, Omid Scobie claimed. The monarch was reported to have funded the Duke of York's private security bill after he was stripped of his Metropolitan Police protection when he stepped down as a working member of the royal family in 2019, due to his association with convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. The cost of Andrew's security was reportedly estimated to cost up to £3 million a year. Now Scobie wrote in his book that the king's move left his son surprised. He wrote in Endgame, "Charles is even footing his seven-figure annual private security bill, a move that surprised Prince Harry after Charles had no problem cutting him off from all financial aid and paid protection when he stepped away from his royal role." 7 hours ago 20:05 Christopher Sharp Boris Johnson warns royal family against making grave mistake in Omid Scobie book row. Boris Johnson has made clear his thoughts on the current racism row which has hit the royal family. The former Prime Minister has warned the royal family against taking legal action, saying such a move would be a mistake. Writing in the Daily Mail, he said that taking legal action would concede that the allegation, which was speculation about Archie's skin color, was some form of transgression. The former PM went on to say that the palace taking legal action would amount to yet another surrender to wokery and cancel culture. Mr. Johnson insisted that to ask such questions, in anticipation of a happy event, is simple human nature. He added that the claim that such a remark was racist is total rubbish. The former PM wrote, "The world is being whipped into an ecstasy of confected indignation. I don't give a monkeys who said something about the possible genetic inheritance of the impending arrival of a child standing umpteenth in line to the throne, because I don't think any such speculation is remotely racist." 8 hours ago 19:08 Christopher Sharp King Charles flies home for emergency talks with Prince William over Harry and Meghan. King Charles has flown home to Britain to stage emergency talks with Prince William over how to tackle the royal racism row that has engulfed Buckingham Palace following the publication of new book by author Omid Scobie. Top aides will gather to create a battle plan on how to counter potentially damaging fallout from the publication of Endgame, which saw two major royals named as having remarked on the potential skin color of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's firstborn Prince Archie prior to his birth. The Daily Express has chosen not to name the two royals cited by Scobie, after they were named in the first run of Dutch editions of the book, which was released last week. The gathering of the two households will see them discuss how to respond, with officials insisting time and care be taken before any decisions are made. 9 hours ago 18:11 Christopher Sharp Meghan Markle's aides horrified and exasperated as explosive book set to trash career Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are being urged to distance themselves from royal author Omid Scobie and denounce him, or risk fallout from his book destroying their future in America. Meghan Markle's new Hollywood handlers and imagemakers were last night said to be horrified and exasperated that the couple's popularity is plummeting disastrously as a result of the reignited palace race row as well as the book Endgame's cruel and scathing attacks on the Princess of Wales. At the same time, an exclusive UK Sunday Express opinion poll reveals that 78% of British people, more than three-quarters, believe Kate Middleton is a better role model than Meghan Markle, with a mere 22% voting for Meghan. This week, King Charles will reportedly consider all options, potentially including legal action, after two senior royals, whose identities are not being disclosed by us, were named in a Dutch-language edition of Endgame. 9 hours ago 1740 Christopher Sharp Prince Harry's feud with King Charles now even deeper after Endgame's release. A royal expert suggested the new revelations in Omid Scobie's scathing book Endgame paused any kind of mending between Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and the royal family. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams explained why the feud between the King and the Sussexes has deepened. He told GB News, "We heard rumours that the Sussexes were offering up olive branches." The commentator added, "But then Endgame was released by an individual who has been very closely identified with the couple, even if he personally denies H's Meghan's mouthpiece." The royal expert suggested the new revelations paused any kind of mending between the two sides. He added, "There's already a very deep rift. We were only at the beginning of possibly mending it." So, clearly, these revelations will deepen the rift. As far as for good, there's no such thing because you never know what's coming. Nobody knew this was coming. 10 hours ago 1713 Christopher Sharp Prince Louis could inherit, unlucky, royal title that George swerved. An unlucky royal title could soon come back into use and be inherited by one of the Prince of Wales' children. Prince William was given the title of the Duke of Cambridge following his marriage to Kate Middleton in 2011. The title, with a long tainted history, could be passed on to his third child, Prince Louis. Although Prince George is first in line to inherit the title, as heir to the throne he will also at one point become the Prince of Wales. Gaining the dukedom will depend on when the prince will marry and when his father will become king. In the event that George becomes the Prince of Wales early, Prince Louis will instead become the Duke of Cambridge. This might not be good news, as historically the Dukes of Cambridge have not always led happy lives. 11 hours ago 1634 Christopher Sharp Omid Scobie's nasty Katie Keane nickname is wrong. Here's what Shush is really like. Mike Parker has seen Princess Kate's kindness firsthand, and has slammed Omid Scobie's claim she is known as Katie Keane. Writing for Express.co.uk, Mr. Parker said, "I have no idea if Mr. Scobie was among the 1,300-strong international media army that followed William and Kate on their first official overseas tour in July 2011 that began in Canada barely 3 months after their Westminster Abbey wedding. But I was. And, like everyone else in the British press pool, I was immediately struck by the grace and aplomb with which she handled awkward and, at times, potentially dangerous situations. I saw it firsthand, at a simple tree planting ceremony on the grounds of the British Embassy in Ottawa, how she deftly, and gently, guided a group of local youngsters closer to our fixed positions so we could hear what she and the children were saying. Such awareness is rare, even with more experienced royals." 11 hours ago 1600 Christopher Sharp Meghan Markle's desperate ploy to get more famous in Hollywood revealed by Omid Scobie. Meghan Markle reportedly took her publicist on a tour of a US magazine while she was still an aspiring actress in an apparent bid to raise her Hollywood profile, Omid Scobie has claimed. The Duchess of Sussex was best known for starring in legal drama suits as Rachel Zane from 2011 to 2018, but at the time of the visit she was not regarded as a major celebrity. Scobie, who's been making headlines recently of the release of his newest book Endgame, claimed Meghan visited the Us Weekly offices to try to get her name out there, a year before her relationship with Prince Harry became public. She allegedly wanted to see if there was something to do. Scobie went on to add that Meghan visiting the magazine offices where he worked gave him a rare advantage. He also suggested the visit was a factor in Meghan later trusting him as a journalist. 11 hours ago 1538 Christopher Sharp Princess Kate let slip Prince Louis's adorable nickname during royal engagement. Princess Kate once revealed the cute nickname she has for her youngest son, Prince Louis. The Princess of Wales let slip his nickname during their visit to the 3rd Upton Scouts hut in Slough back in May. Kate called her youngest Lou Bug as he roasted marshmallows. She said, "Pop those skewers in the fire, Lou Bug." The royal also asked the 5-year-old to say thank you when he was handed s'mores during the engagement. The Princess of Wales has also let slip the nicknames she uses for her other 2 children she shares with Prince William, Prince George, 10, and Princess Charlotte, 8. During a trip to Northern Ireland in March 2019, Kate was caught calling her daughter Lottie. The same year, William called Charlotte mignonette, meaning delicate or dainty. 12 hours ago 15:06 Christopher Sharp. Good afternoon from London. In Christopher Sharp and I'll be bringing you all the latest news on the royal family into the evening. Feel free to reach out to me as I work at christopher.sharp@reachplc.com. 13 hours ago 13:53 Sophia Papamavrudi. Princess Kate's secret visit to Strictly Studios with Charlotte and Louis during Royal Row. Princess Kate took her youngest children, Princess Charlotte, 8, and Prince Louis, 5, on a very special and secret visit yesterday. The Princess of Wales reportedly watched the Strictly Come Dancing stars rehearse along with her children, who also got to sit in the judges' chairs. Charlotte and Louis even delivered verdicts with scoring paddles for dancers Katya Jones and Neil Jones, The Sun reports. 14 hours ago 12:39 Sophia Papamavrudi. Prince Harry told to let go of royal family reunion plans after racism row. Prince Harry has been advised to accept and let go any hopes of rejoining the royal family, as Omid Scobie's new book continues to stir up controversy. Before the release of Scobie's explosive book about the monarchy, there were reports of a possible reconciliation between Prince Harry and his family, following a phone call between the Duke of Sussex and King Charles on the latter's 75th birthday. Prince Harry has been advised to accept and let go any hopes of rejoining the royal family, as Omid Scobie's new book continues to stir up controversy. Before the release of Scobie's explosive book about the monarchy, there were reports of a possible reconciliation between Prince Harry and his family, following a phone call between the Duke of Sussex and King Charles on the latter's 75th birthday. 15 hours ago 12:22 Sophia Papamavrudi. Prince Harry and Meghan torn over Christmas as Duchess has a hard line over royals. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are having increasingly more rows, the closer Christmas gets, as they can't reach an agreement over their Christmas plans, an insider has claimed. The couple is reportedly trying to find common ground about whether they should spend the festive period in the UK, with the Duke of Sussex trying to persuade Meghan to swallow her pride. The insider told Heat magazine they could avoid less welcoming types like the Prince and Princess of Wales. Plus it would be a coup from a PR standpoint because they'd maintain those visible links with the monarchy, and let's face it, that's what makes them marketable. But they just can't agree, and the closer Christmas gets, the more rows they're having over it, they added. They also said that Harry respects Meghan's determination to not back down amid rising tensions. Harry respects Meghan's hard line about putting the royal family in the rearview mirror. H has assured her that's not caving in or backing down. 15 hours ago 12:20 Sophia Papamavrudi. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle fighting a war against themselves as strategy backfires. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were blasted by an expert who said the couple are fighting a war against themselves. Former Number 10 comms advisor Giles Kenningham said the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's strategy is not working because the royal family are not reacting. He told GB News, "It feels like Harry and Meghan are fighting a war against themselves because the royal family aren't really reacting. I think it's the law of diminishing returns for them." The expert claimed that the couple's popularity has plummeted in the UK and questioned whether they can come back. He added that they don't have many options left in the US either, as Spotify dropped them. He stated, "We're seeing this move by them to become relevant, but the way they are is by becoming shriller and shriller. I don't think it works." 15 hours ago 12:17 Sophia Papamavrudi. Prince Harry's biographer says he should sue Omid Scobie for one important reason. Prince Harry's biographer has said he should sue journalist Omid Scobie for publishing details of his private life in his bombshell new book on the royal family. Speaking on GB News, Royal author Angela Levin said Prince Harry should sue Omid Scobie to show he is serious about his privacy and unhappy with any rubbish and lies published about him. She said, "I thought if Harry really cares about any of the rubbish and the lies in this book, he will sue the man. He likes going to the courts and suing people who have broken into his privacy. Why isn't he going to do that? In counting the days, it's nearly 7 days, and he hasn't said a thing. And I think he should sue as much as he likes." 15 hours ago 12:14 Sophia Papamavrudi. Prince Harry dealt huge blow as one stat proves public don't care about him. Prince Harry's Spare took the world by storm, becoming an instant bestseller. Now it has achieved a far less prestigious milestone. According to We Buy Books, The Duke's Tell-All has been traded in more than any other biography this year since it was published on January 10. A spokesperson for the company that buys unwanted books told The Telegraph, "Prince Harry's Spare was our most traded-in biography of the year. We've accepted 459 copies. We limit how many we accept in a timeframe, so chances are if we'd accepted every copy, there'd have been a lot more." Customers can sell unwanted books on the company's website by typing in the ISBN and accepting the money offered. While Spare originally sold for £28, the company is offering customers £2.40 for their used copies. 16 hours ago 11:24 Sophia Papamavrudi. Prince William growing impatient with being King Charles' understudy exclusive. Prince William is growing impatient being King Charles' understudy, a royal author has claimed. It comes after Omid Scobie's bombshell-laden book Endgame claimed that William is upstaging his father in a calculated bid to take over from the transitional monarch. The Sussex's unofficial biographer provides several examples of this, such as the King's conspicuous absence from his son's big environmental initiative, the Earthshot Prize. But what could be driving this? In royal author Clive Irving's opinion, William understands that the future of the monarchy is at stake. 16 hours ago 11:22 Sophia Papamavrudi fears Meghan and Harry's race row with royal family will have devastating impact on Archie. Omid Scobie's explosive book about the royal family, Endgame, will further entrench the chasm between the firm and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and that will have a devastating impact on Prince Archie as well as Princess Lilibet, a royal commentator has claimed. Endgame was released in the UK last Tuesday with a series of bombshell claims and attacks against the royal family. The Dutch version of the book had to be taken off the shelves the same day, due to a translation error as it named the two royals who have allegedly raised concerns over Archie's skin colour. Now royal commentator Daniela Elsa blasted that behind the royal drama is Prince Archie, who played an accidental starring role in one of the biggest crises, in years' worth of large crises, that is buffeting Buckingham Palace. 17 hours ago 10:34 Sophia Papamavrudi. Prince William ordered to swallow his pride and invite Harry for reconciliation meeting. Prince William was ordered to swallow his pride and reach out to Prince Harry to invite him and Meghan Markle to a conciliatory meeting, according to royal author Omid Scobie. Scobie claimed in his bombshell book Endgame that King Charles III demanded his eldest son text the Duke of Sussex so they could put in a joint appearance following the death of Queen Elizabeth II last year. William and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, ultimately went on a walkabout outside Windsor Castle to thank mourners for the support shown to the royal family. Harry and Meghan surprisingly stepped out with the other royal couple, showing they could put aside their differences for the historic moment. In the book, Scobie claimed a source reported His Majesty put pressure on William to ensure the seemingly reconciliatory outing could happen. 17 hours ago 10:32 Sophia Papamavrudi. King Charles VI's bizarre demands that led to pampered prince nickname having been born into the royal family. King Charles is unsurprisingly used to a life full of certain privileges. However, some of his habits may seem a little bit unusual. In his new book Endgame, Omid Scobie claims that the king's habit of making very specific demands to his royal staff have earned some rather unflattering nicknames, such as the Prince of Wales and the Pampered Prince. He writes, "The king lives a life of luxury and comfort that is even alien to other members of the royal family, a throwback to monarchs of the past. Those who know him, serve him, and write about him often compare him to Louis XIV, the French monarch who transformed a hunting lodge into one of the most extravagant palaces in the world." HereExpress.co.uk takes a look at 6 of the strangest requests Charles has made of his royal staff. 17 hours ago 10:30 Sophia Papamavroudi Prince Louis impressive title and how Queen stepped in to make it happen. 5-year-old Prince Louis Arthur Charles has captured the hearts of the nation with his cheeky manner, and the adorable royal has quite an impressive title. The prince's name was announced on April 27, 2018, 4 days after his birth. His name has more meaning than you may think, and his title change was orchestrated by no other than the late Queen Elizabeth herself. Louis' name is one of his father, Prince William's middle names and honours King Charles's mentor, Lord Louis Mountbatten. 17 hours ago 10:27 Sophia Papamavroudi. The foods the royal family are banned from eating for bizarre reasons. One can imagine that a royal dinner at the palace is a rather splendid affair. But if you're a lover of certain foods, then there are quite a few that you'd have to miss out on, as the royal family don't eat them. That's right. Senior members of the firm like King Charles, Prince William and Princess Kate can't eat certain foods under strict rules. You'll never see them tucking into a garlic bread or seafood paella, for example. Take a look here at all the foods that are off limits. 18 hours ago 9:34 Sophia Papamavroudi. Harry Rowe with heartless William erupts over new cruel dig in Dutch version of Endgame. Prince William was branded heartless as he purposely ignored his brother Prince Harry at the time of Queen Elizabeth's death, after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, the recalled Dutch version of Omid Scobie's explosive book Endgame claims. Endgame has been dominating headlines this week after its UK release on Tuesday as it unleashed a series of scathing attacks and bombshell claims against the royal family. Hours after hitting the shelves, the Dutch version of the book had to be taken off the shelves due to a translation error as it named the two royals who have allegedly raised concerns over Harry and Meghan's son, Prince Archie's skin colour. But it wasn't just the text revolving around the royal race row which was translated differently. 18 hours ago 9:04 Sophia Papamavroudi. The strict royal rules governing George, Charlotte and Louis' upbringings. Kate, the Princess of Wales and Prince William have prioritised raising their children as normal as they can while they grow up within the royal family, but they can't act in exactly the same way as their public peers. Given their likely futures as working royals, Prince George and his siblings, Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte, still receive strict instruction. The children, aged 10, 8 and 5, are all in primary school, with the eldest sibling having returned to Lambert this week, and must follow rules laid down by their mother. Insiders have revealed a selection of ways in which the Wales family's lives may differ from youngsters in the general public. They have touched on 7 imposed by the future king and queen, ranging from a not entirely unusual iPad ban to a strict fast food-free diet. Among the food rules reportedly in the Wales household is a ban on fast food. Darren McGrady, the former chef to the late Queen Elizabeth II, once told Today he had never seen any of the royal babies eat packaged food. He said he had certainly never seen packaged food with any of the royal babies. He questioned why it would ever be necessary to buy packaged food when the royals have 20 personal chefs. 18 hours ago 8:40 Sophia Papamavroudi. I'm an ex-royal chef. Here's what King Charles has for breakfast, lunch and dinner. King Charles III is known for his low-key approach to dieting and enjoys a wide range of tasty dishes. As one of the world's richest people, the The king has the means to get hold of delish delicacies and has a host of staff cooking to his satisfaction. According to former royal chef Darren McGrady, no 2 days are the same when it comes to the king's diet. Speaking of his time in the royal residences, Chef McGrady says this is likely down to the fact the monarch was a foodie. 18 hours ago 8:38 Sophia Papamavroudi. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle dealt major blow as A-listers distance themselves. Hollywood A-listers are distancing themselves from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, a PR expert tells the Daily Express, as Omid Scobie's new book unleashes fresh attacks on the royal family. Astonishing claims have been made in Endgame, including that Princess Kate jokingly shivers when Meghan is mentioned and ignores her cries for help. 19 hours ago 8:36 Sophia Papamavroudi. Princess Diana's favourite dessert revealed by ex-royal chef. And it's a British classic. Princess Diana had a very traditional favourite dessert and it is surprisingly easy to make. The late Princess of Wales was a big fan of bread and butter pudding, which is often enjoyed after a Sunday roast, according to former royal chef Darren McGrady. The classic delicacy consists of bread, raisins, almonds, and cream. Diana's former chef revealed that whilst the princess quite enjoyed the dish, she only had small portions of it. The Princess of Wales was known to follow a very healthy diet, so indulging was quite out there for her, McGrady claimed. 19 hours ago 8:11 Sophia Papamavroudi. Prince Andrew will keep being invited to certain royal events, and that's a good thing. Exclusive. Prince Andrew made headlines last week after he was spotted attending an event with King Charles and Queen Camilla, and one publication claimed he appeared to have been given a royal pardon and claimed he is slowly being welcomed back into the royal fold. The Duke of York was pictured last Thursday driving his car along the Long Walk where he welcomed the new Dean of Windsor with the King and Queen at Windsor Castle. He attended a reception at the castle before the inauguration of Right Reverend Dr. Christopher Coxworth at St. George Chapel. It is understood Andrew attended the ceremony as a private individual and not in any official royal role. Now royal historian Marlene Koenig says Prince Andrew will keep attending some royal events, and him going to church last week was a good thing. 19 hours ago 8:09 Sophia Papamavroudi. Claim in bombshell. Prince Harry and Meghan book about lazy Kate slammed as ridiculous. Exclusive. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are likely to be worried Omid Scobie's new book will scupper their chances of mending their rift with the royal family, an expert has said. Claims about senior royals including Princess Kate and Prince William made in Endgame come amid reports the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are seeking to mend their fractious relationship with King Charles and the Windsors. Pauline McLaren, Professor of Marketing and Consumer Research at Royal Holloway, University of London, compared Scobie's book to a Shakespearean tragedy, but one full of well-worn tropes such as a prince thrusting for power and an unpopular king. On a claim in the book two people questioned Prince Archie's skin color, Professor McLaren said, "I don't think it will do any more damage to the royal family than it has already. It will be interesting to see what Harry and Meghan do." Before the book came out they were trying to distance themselves. The Sussexes may be worried the book will spoil a chance of restoring relations with the royal family. 19 hours ago 7:44 Sophia Papamavroudi. Good morning from Manchester. I'm Sophia Papamavroudi and I'll be bringing you all the latest news on the royal family into the afternoon. Feel free to reach out to me as I work at sophia.papamavroudi@reachplc.com. Become an Express Premium member. Support fearless journalism. Read the Daily Express online. Advert free. Get super fast page loading. Start 30-day free trial.